below feature reduction. Problem statement. The dataset you are going to use in this practice is the famous iris dataset. The dataset consists of 150 records of the iris plant with 4 features: sepal length, sepal width, petal length, and petal width. All these features are numeric. The records have been classified into one of the 3 classes, that is, iris setosa, iris versicolor, or iris virginica. You are supposed to reduce the number of variables by merging correlated variables and extracting the most important features from the data set that are responsible for maximum variance in the output. Let's start with loading the data set that comes inbuilt with the sklearn library. We will set the dataset now to the loaded data and define x and y as the training and target variables, respectively. Now we will use the model selection module within the sklearn library and import train test split function. Train test split takes the data and splits it into training and testing sets. The shape method gives us the size of the training data, specifically number of rows and columns. Let us now pull out the logistic regression classifier out of the sklearn library, as logistic regression will be the perfect classifier for 0, 1 target values. Instantiate the logistic regression module within a variable, say LR, and fit the model over the training set. Now we will use the predict function on the testing set to predict the possible outcomes. Since we are building a model and these are all probable outcomes, we must compare the same with the actual ones so as to determine the predictive power of our model. This can be done by using the accuracy score function within sklearn.metrics. Let's print the resultant accuracy now. The resultant accuracy came out to be 83% approximately. We may get better accuracy if we implement the above model with more relevant features. Let's try the same model post-PCA feature reduction and compare the results. Import the PCA module from sklearn.decomposition. PCA here will reduce the number of components originally present in our data to a certain number such that it explains 95% of the variance. Let's fit PCA now on our training data. Now we may check the shapes of the resultant data. Similarly, transform the testing set. We will use the transform function again to transform our test data. From the output, it is clear that the number of features has reduced considerably, retaining 95% of the variance. Now that we have transformed our features using PCA, let's implement the model once again over the transformed data set and check the results. Fit the logistic regression model over the transformed data set. We will use the predict function now on the transformed test data. Import the accuracy score function from the sklearn.metrics module. Now use the accuracy function to check if there is any improvement in the model accuracy. You can see that the model accuracy went up from 83% to 96%. Great, now we know how to improve a model's performance using PCA. Let's quickly recap the steps we have covered so far. Import libraries and the data set, define the data and target values, split the data and target values into training and testing sets, implement a logistic regression model, perform PCA transformation, implement a logistic regression model over the transformed data set, check for accuracy. Linear discriminant analysis. Now let's understand what linear discriminant analysis is. LDA is similar to PCA, but in addition to finding the component axes that maximize the variance of our data, PCA, we are additionally interested in the axes that maximize the separation between multiple classes, LDA. Let's understand LDA mathematically. Assume a set of d-dimensional samples, bracket x, parenthesis 1, x, parenthesis 2, ellipses, x, parenthesis n bracket, n1 of which being to class W1 and n2 to class W2. Obtain a scalar y by projecting the samples x onto a line, y equals WTX. Of all the possible lines, select the one that maximizes the separability of the scalars. LDA performs dimensionality reduction in 3 steps. The first step is to calculate the separability between different classes, that is, the distance between the mean of different classes, also called between class variance. The second step is to calculate the distance between the mean and sample of each class, which is called the within class variance. The last step is to construct the lower dimensional space that maximizes the between class variance and also minimizes the within class variance. Let's understand the difference between PCA and LDA. There may be a few underlying causes that can affect the output apart from the observed ones. Principal component analysis, PCA, extracts hidden factors from the data set. It defines your data using less number of components, explaining the variance in your data, and also reduces the computational complexity. It determines whether a new data point is part of the group of data points from your training set. Whereas linear discriminant analysis, LDA, reduces dimensions. It searches for a linear combination of variables that best separates 2 classes and reduces the degree of overfitting. It determines how to classify a new observation out of a group of classes. Maximum separable line. The maximum separable line finds out the feature subspace such that the class separability is also optimized. If there exists at least one line in the plane with all of the blue points on one side of the line and all the red points on the other side, then the 2 sets are linearly separable. In the first graph, you can easily observe that the data is clearly not linearly separable, but in the second graph, the data is clearly linearly separable. You can add the extra axis if you want your data to be linearly separable. Maximum separable line is considered because it has different data that is linearly separable.